Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your April 2024 horoscope. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. And thank you for joining me today. So here today, I'm going to look at the events, the astrological events happening in April, and I'll tell you how they will influence your sign, your zodiac sign on a deeper level. I follow Western astrology tropical zodiac, and this horoscope is most accurate for your rising sign. However, you can also watch it for your moon sign or for your sun sign if you wish just to get a bigger picture and a wider perspective upon your life. Right. So it's a really, really busy month. Of course, every month presents different kind of energies, but this month in particular, we've got Mercury retrograde, the solar eclipse in Aries, and Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. Right. So let's start from the beginning. Mercury retrograde, it starts on the 1st of April, it ends on the 25th of April. The pre-shadow period starts on the 19th of March, and the post-shadow period ends on the 13th of May. We are looking at the degrees in the second and the third decan of Aries, which is between the 15th and the 27th, more specifically. So basically what it is that have a look if you have any placements in one of the cardinal signs as well, which is Libra, Capricorn, or Cancer, along with Aries, because you will be definitely very influenced by this retrograde, especially if you have any placement between the 15th and the 27th. But regardless of that, here, this retrograde will trigger your third house communication and transportation, short distance travel. Your connections with others are definitely here, especially highlighted during this time. So when Mercury is retrograde, things generally, it's difficult to initiate something new because very often our thinking process is slightly misled by that retrograde phase. Oh, so is our judgment as well. So sometimes, very often indeed, in fact, when we have this massive urge to implement something brand new into our life during the retrograde phase, once the retrograde is over, we change our mind and we just move on. But we kind of no longer align with the goals, ideas, especially the new ones, the brand new ones that we may have had during the retrograde phase. So overall, you might see yourself reconnecting with people you haven't seen for quite some time. Very often we get in touch or we bump into someone we haven't seen for ages. You could be returning to projects from the past, unfinished, that you didn't have incompleted, things you didn't get a chance to complete or finish. You could be returning to some old studies, courses as well. Perhaps you purchased some online courses you didn't have time to complete them. Now, during this retrograde phase, you might feel like you want to return to them, you want to complete them. This is also connected to your driving license. Perhaps you'll be updating, upgrading your blog, your website. And overall here, especially with that third house influence, make sure you check your junk box. Make sure that your emails actually leave your outbox. Very often during Mercury retrograde phase, we think we sent an email, but sometimes it's actually stuck in the draft box, and then we wait for a response, and then it's nothing is coming, and then we realize actually we never sent anything. So this kind of things very often come up during the retrograde phase of Mercury. Now, when it comes to travel is also disturbed during the retrograde phase. So this could be that there are lots of road works, road closures in your area, in your neighborhood. Leave early, plan in advance, especially when it comes to any important trips, meetings you'll have during this phase. Now, on the 8th, we've got a new moon solar eclipse at 19 degrees of Aries. So Aries is a cardinal fire sign connected to the initiation, and it's a great time for starting something new, but Mercury is still retrograde. So you might see yourself returning to some goals, ideas from the past. And here you might have this really strong urge to express yourself in some way, self-expression, creativity, but here communication plays a massive, massive role. You could be signing your contract. This could be about a new business, a new website, a new course of study. You might have this really strong urge to expand your knowledge. So whatever it is, bear in mind Mercury is retrograde. So if you have to sign, you have to sign, but check the small print. Make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, at the same time, this eclipse could also bring some new beginnings, changes into your local neighborhood. There could be new shops, supermarkets, being open during this phase as well. Now here, the third house activity, this is also connected to new hobbies, new projects, new interests, new connections during this time as well. Right, so we've got Chiron here as well. So this solar eclipse will conjoin with Chiron in Aries. So bear in mind, back in February, we had a Chiron and North Node conjunction. And then in the second part of January, the North Node reached the 19th degree of Aries. So this eclipse has already been activated weeks ago or even months ago. So you're not dealing with something brand new. You probably had an idea about the upcoming events, situations, projects that will be taking place in April. But perhaps this is a time when you will be taking action, taking charge of your life. Now, at the same time with Chiron being influenced here, Chiron is connected to our wounds, healing energies. Now, in the weeks leading towards this eclipse, you might see that some old memories, especially unhealed emotions, feelings, memories, wounds from the past, from childhood, are coming up to the surface. Perhaps this is connected to your communication. Perhaps this is connected to some difficulties you may have experienced with expressing yourself confidently. Perhaps this is about something connected to your intellect or that lack of confidence potentially that you had in the past or you're still experiencing. Or perhaps this could be connected to your relationship with your siblings, whatever it is here. This eclipse gives you an opportunity for facing these fears, insecurities, phobias, memories, and for releasing them, for healing, and for getting through in order to move forward into a much healthier future, in order to be able to express yourself more authentically, freely, confidently. Perhaps you'll be undertaking a course of study that could help you to feel more confident in your profession and your business, for example. Perhaps you're healing your relationship with your neighbors, with your siblings, with your cousins. So lots of different possibilities could be very much the case here, but here there's this amazing opportunity for personal growth, for healing your connections with others at the same time, for regaining the confidence and for improving your communication skill as well. Right, so on the 20th, we've got Jupiter and Uranus conjunction in Taurus at 21 degrees in your fourth house. Here, this is a highly anticipated event of 2024. Jupiter is the planet that stands for growth, expansion, abundance, good fortune. Of course, Jupiter can also make us over optimistic, and it can create this tendency towards overindulgence or perhaps overestimating oneself in a certain situation, for example. Uranus is connected, and that's your modern ruler, by the way. Uranus is connected to the unforeseen, unexpected situations and events. Uranus shakes things up, and Taurus is connected to stability and practicality. So here, that's your fourth house, your home, your family foundation. So I think, well, the first thing that comes to my mind that some Aquarius rising individuals might be moving away from some old traditions and patterns, habits connected to your home, especially the ones that don't align with who you are, with your persona, with your own beliefs, with your own values. Remember, Pluto is now in your first house. So of course, you're undergoing this massive transformation on a deeper level. You might experience shifts in your living situation, or perhaps unexpected changes in your relationship with your family members. It's essential to be open to new opportunities that will come your way around this time because they will. They will. And this is an opportunity for growth, expansion, for moving forward with your home-related goals, especially since I'm pretty sure many Aquarius rising experienced changes in their home area during the eclipses on Scorpio and Taurus axis between 2021, 2023. So now Jupiter and Uranus conjunction is helping you to generally build something exciting in the home sphere based on the choices and experience that you went through and you made in the last couple of years. Here, your emotional foundation is undergoing a massive shift as well. But at the same time, the goal here is to establish comfort. And even though there could be some unexpected changes and perhaps some aspects of your domestic life need to be reinvented, but here I think there's an opportunity to move into a much brighter future here in your domestic area to reach some substantial goals moving forward. Now, on the 23rd, we've got a full moon in Scorpio happening at 4 degrees, and this full moon will activate your area of career, professional life, growth, development, public image, and this full moon is connected to the new moon solar eclipse we had back in October 2022. So see whether you can remember what you initiated or what started in your career in that public area of life around that time, because this full moon links to that solar eclipse. So something may need your attention during this time. Perhaps this could be a time of some achievements as well, although the energies are really, really intense. And we've got a square to Pluto in Aquarius in your first house as well. So overall, this is a time that brings very transformative, very intense energy. When a full moon occurs in the 10th house, we are become very popular, we become very visible, and we gain a better clarity of the situation that is occurring in our career life. Something clearly needs to be addressed in this sphere of life during this time. Now, bear in mind, Mercury is still retrograde until the 25th of the month. So proceed with caution. Don't make any reckless or impulsive decisions. Now, here the square to Pluto in Aquarius could bring up some intense situations with someone from your work, with your superior, someone in authority figure, and or perhaps with your parent, perhaps a parental figure disagree with the direction that you want to take, with the choices that you want to make. And this can make you question your relationship in your professional world, or perhaps your relationship with your parents, if this is connected to your domestic sphere. And perhaps you will be contemplating making changes in your career or in your career path. So this full moon offers this massive opportunity for a transformation, regeneration, death and rebirth in some way. But here, if you started a new career around that solar eclipse in Scorpio, and perhaps now you will be moving to the next stage, the next level, perhaps you'll be generally reassessing your career stand. Perhaps the time has come for you to make important choices connected to the direction you want to take, the next step you want to take moving forward. And on the 25th, we've got a Mercury stationing direct in Aries at 15 degrees, the end of this retrograde. Great, but remember that the post-shadow period ends on the 13th of May, so you will still have to be a little bit cautious when it comes to communication, transportation, travel. Now, in Mercury stations direct overall, the planet of communication, rational thinking, curiosity, this will bring more mental clarity, more focus when it comes to communication, learning, intellectual pursuits. You will find that it's easier to express yourself, to share your thoughts, to verbalize your ideas and share them with others. Mercury will give you this massive boost of energy here in Aries. That feisty and fiery dynamic energy is really highlighted, but this will also give you this great ability for working on projects of an analytical or detail-oriented nature. So overall, this is a time of intellectual growth, of self-expression, learning as well. We'll explore this further closer to the day. Thank you very much. I wish you a pleasant month, and until the next time, bye for now.